Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw. We have a lot to discuss on this episode, on tonight's episode. We have a lot to get into. We have a lot of topics at hand that must be discussed, and one of them was revealed just moments before we came on the air, but it certainly has a lot to do with the occasion. We are here in the most famous arena in the world, Madison Square Garden in New York City, and tonight promises to be a blockbuster night. Fit to be in such an arena. Tonight, the United States Championship will be defended. Cody Rhodes gets his rematch against Aiden English that he has been desiring ever since the Royal Rumble. Can Rhodes finally close out this chapter and get back what should be his United States Championship? We will find out later on tonight, but there is more pressing matters to attend to. Just minutes before we went on the air, this match was revealed. Next week, Adam Cole will go into a gauntlet match where he will take on Jinder Mahal and Marty Scurll. Adam Cole has to go through both men per the idea and almost the punishment, the downright harsh punishment of the Raw General Manager, who just so happens to not be here tonight to answer the questions when the controversy is coming his way. Adam Cole has both these men to worry about, but you know he wants his hands on both of these men as well, so he has no problem in my eyes fighting it. And speaking about both men, they want to get their hands on each other. They do that tonight. Marty Scurll and Jinder Mahal one-on-one with each other. Can the villain overcome the world champion and prove he should have been in this title picture all along? We are going to find out. It is an action-packed episode of... baby! Wow, I didn't even get to finish my point, because here comes the man himself, the man of the hour. Adam Cole comes towards the ring, and Madison Square Garden erupted into an Adam Cole baby with him. I have said in the past that I do not respect this guy, but I cannot overlook it anymore. This guy has almost been screwed over week in and week out. And that next week is going to be a tough bout for Adam Cole, and he is discussing it there. Adam Cole, in a way, almost self-deprecating himself. He feels like he's lost a step in his game. Feels as if he's not the man he used to be. He's not the Adam Cole that we once knew. Even calling himself a peg below Jinder. I think that's a bit too harsh on yourself, Adam Cole. And he's talking. He is right. Like I said, I don't really respect this guy that much, but he's right. Beating Ziggler was no fluke. He thought he had Jinder right where he wants him. Scurll comes along out of nowhere. Scurll, though, shares the same ideology as Adam Cole. But there is no fear within Adam Cole. There has never been fear within Adam Cole. He's never been afraid to back down, and he wants to face them both. He's happy to face them both. He wants the pressure. He wants to do everyone proud. He certainly wants to do Raw proud. And he even adds a little bit to it. Look at that. Whoever wins that main event here tonight, they get the right to face him second next week. That is a very gutsy move by Adam Cole, but of course remember who they're sharing the ring with. Certainly, home field advantage goes to Adam Cole, baby, here tonight. Adam Cole knows what he's getting himself into next week, and he's not afraid of it either. He welcomes the challenge that presents him, and he is hungry to do proud. He is hungry to represent Raw. He is hungry to represent the fans, and you know that the hunger that possesses him the most is the desire to get that World Heavyweight Championship back around his waist. Can he do that though with Jinder Mahal, who he thinks he's a peg below, which I do not agree with in all honesty to Adam Cole. Also with Marty Scurll, the villain who has proven that he is only here just for his own self-gain. He's not here for Cole, he's not here for Jinder, he's not here for the fans, he's not here for the general manager. Marty Scurll is there for himself, and tonight he gets a shot that he believed he should have had all along. It may be non-title, but Scurll and Jinder one-on-one here tonight. That is a main event that you cannot turn away from. There is much more going on here tonight. We got the Good Brothers in the house as well, so you know that I was in a good mood backstage, and I was in one of my few good moods to do Monday Night Raw. But anyway, here comes the man who didn't win King of the Ring. Let's just get that out there. He didn't win King of the Ring. It's Lars Sullivan, and he is literally taking on a named nobody. apparently, in the eyes of the Raw General Manager, the best way to get Lars Sullivan back to the way he was is not to have a grueling match against someone who is on the roster, against a staple name like we saw, Jeff Hardy have with Triple H last week in their enduring battle back and forth. No, instead, it's best if Lars Sullivan just comes out here and squashes some local talent in about 50 seconds, I imagine. Because, that's really going to advance the career of Lars Sullivan, this little pet project here of Doro Ronaldo, this man that he's been keeping hidden away from us while he was revealed to the whole world, and he was revealed, certainly his flaws were revealed at King of the Ring when he failed to become, well, King of the Ring. But now here tonight, this local talent is about to get one hell of a receipt for his troubles. Already, Lars Sullivan is all over him right now and giving him no room to try and even remotely get himself a little bit of breathing space in this one. Oh no, well that's it for this little kid. Sorry man, but you are going down to the freak accident. I said about 50 seconds, right? 1, 2, what a surprise. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest upset we've ever seen in the world. Lars Sullivan just won a match over someone about the size of his leg. There's your winner, Lars Sullivan. What do you want me to say? He won a match that means absolutely nothing. Woohoo? I don't know. I bet if Doro Ronaldo was here, he'd be saying it's the greatest win ever and we should be basking in his glory. Meanwhile, some kid just got a very nice paycheck to be fair for getting beaten around the ring by Lars Sullivan. You take the good with the bad. But Lars Sullivan, your winner there. That really means, honestly, absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. But anyway, we're going to move on here very quickly to a singles matchup. You see this man here, Diesel, the bodyguard of the Brian Kendrick, as he has been now for over a year. However, the interesting thing about this man is that tonight he goes it alone against the man who the Brian Kendrick has been trying to play mental math with in Jeff Hardy. The Diesel will come out here to face Jeff Hardy alone. Brian Kendrick might just be in a plan of his maybe to play these mind games with Jeff Hardy, going to stand by and watch his bodyguard do some work and inflict some damage on him. That may well work here tonight. We've seen what Diesel's been capable of in the past. This is a man who, what? I mean, it was heading into Armageddon, so it was a good almost 3 months ago now. Beat Daniel Bryan by himself. Wow. There was very heavy interference from the Brian Kendrick, and he still beat Daniel Bryan, who was, of course, a Grand Slam champion within this universe. That pyro, by the way, paid for by the Brian Kendrick. Just thought, just had to clear that one up. But as Diesel stands in the ring here comes his opponent into Madison Square Garden. Had an incredible match last week against Triple H, and make no mistake about it, it was match of the night on the night. But now here, Jeff Hardy has to go back to the business in which he was brought back into this universe with the issues with the Brian Kendrick. And now, of course, if you have an issue with the Brian Kendrick, you have an issue with Diesel. And that's what Jeff Hardy is looking to settle here tonight. Crowd on their feet for this man, though. Certainly, Jeff Hardy becoming quickly a crowd favorite here on Monday Night Raw. Jeff Hardy comes towards the ring. I wonder if he's still feeling any kind of pain from last week's battle with Triple H. It was tough. It was grueling. It was a very long bout as well for a Monday Night Raw matchup, or just a general matchup in itself. You know, both men, they threw everything at one another. But it was Jeff Hardy who picked up the win come the end of it. Now we see what Hardy can do here tonight against Diesel. How can he overcome a height advantage that Diesel has and the weight advantage that Diesel has? Jeff Hardy's quick, but he's not, you know, that quick, if that makes sense. He's got his agility to him, but he's hardly sprightly. Adam Cole is very sprightly. Marty Scurll is quite sprightly. Jeff Hardy is not on their level. Jeff Hardy tried to engage in a collar and elbow tie-up as well to start things off with Diesel. Very almost amateurish mistake there, because you're going to get overpowered by this man relatively easy, though. Hammerlock by Jeff Hardy, counted into a hammerlock by Diesel, though seamlessly. And Diesel now is able to wrench on that hammerlock and push Jeff Hardy away. The Brian Kendrick has to be happy with how his bodyguard is doing from the start here. We'll keep an eye out in the crowd, keep an eye out on the entrance ramp. You never know where Kendrick could get involved and try and turn the pace of this match around to his bodyguard. This is a smart tactic by Diesel, I do have to say. Jeff Hardy's, I said he may not be the quickest, but his main aspect is his speed and his aerial offense. You keep him grounded, he's not going to do any aerial offense. He's not going to be able to execute his speed. Jeff Hardy is hardly a mat wrestler. He's hardly a technician. He's hardly, a technical machine like a Kurt Angle. I don't know why he keeps going for side headlocks, thinking that he is one, because Diesel is able to overpower him. Doesn't even need to be a better wrestler, just needs to be able to overpower him. That's exactly what Diesel's doing. To the outside now we go. Oh god, this is dangerous for Jeff Hardy. Diesel up on the apron, has something in mind. You're going to fly with a clothesline. Hardy had to move out the way there, and he did. And he'll get back in the ring quickly. Diesel will follow suit, but he's not looking at where Jeff Hardy is, who comes down with a one-legged drop kick. Didn't get it all. Seemed to suffer an awkward landing on the way down as well, but look at how quickly Diesel sprayed up to his feet there. Kendrick in trouble. Oh, sorry, not Kendrick. Hardy in trouble. Snake Eyes into the ropes. Jeff Hardy, though, able to counter back here. Hooks that arm in. Arm trap. Reverse STO. Let's see what else Jeff Hardy has in mind here. Jeff Hardy certainly has one big move up his sleeve. Twist of fate there. Stumbles into the cover on Diesel, who kicks out at one. Ouch. That's got to hurt Jeff Hardy, knowing that he couldn't put away Diesel that early. Well, he couldn't, well, not even that maybe. It's just the fact he couldn't get a 2 count off his twist of fate. Swanton Bomb may need a hefty amount of work to get the win. Diesel now going after the leg there, and that is as smart a move as you can make against Jeff Hardy. And look at that there, but what a counter by Jeff Hardy there. Counted out of that Gorilla Press Slam with a DDT. Diesel hasn't moved. This is Jeff Hardy's moment. He put him in position now. Swanton Bomb by Hardy. Eat your heart out, Brian Kendrick. No, Diesel kicks at it too. He was hopeful there. Was Jeff Hardy. But Diesel's toughness being the contributing factor there to how he got the shoulder up. But Hardy ain't letting off the gas here. Gotta give him credit. Nice DDT there, and now Diesel stumbles to the outside. Hardy was gonna fly there, but pulled out at the last moment because I think he saw Diesel getting back in the ring. Counters that incredibly dangerous hard punch that Diesel looks for. Sends him into the turnbuckle now, and here comes a whisper in the wind. The impact is anything but a whisper, though. And certainly this one is either. We are building to the crescendo that is the second Swanton Bomb. Cover by Hardy. Diesel could be put aside here. And he is. Jeff Hardy overcomes Diesel. And that is an obstacle out of the way on his path to getting a little bit of retribution for these mind games as of late. Kendrick trying to make Hardy's return here on Monday Night Raw as difficult as it can be. Jeff Hardy trying to prove that he can make a name for himself. He can make it. He doesn't need the Brian Kendrick trying to hold him down. He certainly can do it without the Brian Kendrick by, hindering him at any point as well. Great win there for Jeff Hardy. That was kind of a David versus Goliath situation, and David certainly had the talents to overcome Goliath on that one. But now it is time to move on to a very important and a very pressing matter for one woman. And that is this woman right here, Paige. She was given the challenge last week. She has been desiring that rematch against Rosemary for, ever since she came back, ever since she poked her nose back around, and she has done everything to try and convince Rosemary that it is time for that title match. But Rosemary, of course, gave her the notice. I will fight you on my time, my rules, my place. Paige has done everything in her power to get that rematch out of Rosemary. And Rosemary has given her a grand opportunity. She said, beat 2 of my women that I select here tonight, and maybe I'll give you a shot. However, that doesn't make it a triple threat. No, this is a handicap match. And of course, Rosemary doesn't have to be mates with this person, with these people even, not at all. And it certainly seems as if she isn't, judging by who the first person to come out is. But neither, in a lot of ways, is Paige friendly with this woman at all. Paige burned a lot of barriers, burned a lot of bridges, sorry, in the Bullet Club. And this was one of the bridges that she definitely burned. Her and Gail Kim had some big time back and forth over the Raw Women's Championship. And you can tell there is no love lost between these 2 women. Gail Kim going to be one of them. But, you know, it's going to be tough for Paige to overcome this. She's by herself. There's that title shot at the end of the road for her. She has to do everything in her power to overcome this numbers deficit. She has to do everything in her power to overcome the mental deficit. These 2 women can tag in and out as much as they want. Paige can't. She has to take the fight as much as she can. And here comes the woman who will team alongside with Gail Kim. It is Charlotte, a woman who may also have bad blood with Paige. And I think the reason for it is simple when you put your mind to it. This woman has been overlooked due to Paige. A woman of natural talent, a woman of just raw talent. Overlooked by the dominance that was Paige's reign. And Charlotte cannot be too happy about that. She cannot be thrilled about the thought process that after everything that she has done to get this far, she hasn't been given that chance because someone like Paige has been taking that chance from her. And Charlotte has got to have that thought process conveyed within her. And that may be a reason for why it is even more difficult for Paige to win this one. These 2 women not only are here, you know, under no means think that they are representing Rosemary, because they are not. But what they do have is a personal vendetta against Paige, bad blood against Paige, and I would even argue the desire to make sure that Paige doesn't go to get her shot, She doesn't go to get that rematch against Rosemary. But it's one of these 2 women who can get the opportunity, not Paige. Guess that kind of goes to show what the mentality is within the Raw Women's division. There is Rosemary, there is Paige, and there is everyone else. Going to back this there by Paige, and now Gail Kim, though, able to shrug it off and catches her in here for, a bit of a Irish, some of the, Sheamus calls it. Can't remember off the top of my head. Irish, is it Irish curse? No. Not Irish curse, that's the backbreaker. I don't know what I'm going with that one, but that was definitely a crossbody there by Gail Kim. And Rosemary, of course, she may be eating her words at the end of this matchup. If Paige can find a way to overcome the odds and pick up a win in this one. Of course, words have been a key staple to Monday Night Raw as of late, and it was words that got Marty Scurll involved in the World Heavyweight Championship scene. With specifics, and there is a specific at play here tonight. Maybe. Rosemary did not say, I will give you a title match on this date, in this match. She just said, maybe. Does that linger within Paige's mind? Maybe not. I would say in a way no, because I think she knows if she loses, she's going to have to wait even longer for that title matchup. There's a counter by Paige, looking for the roll-up here. Gail Kim flips it back over, cover of her own, and she almost had Paige there. And that would have been Paige's hopes at the Raw Women's Championship, crushed aside until Rosemary decided. And it would have pushed Gail Kim right up to the top there. Charlotte has not been tagged in yet. And Paige is pushing her buttons there a little bit, going into the turnbuckle of Gail Kim and Charlotte now. Tag made, and Charlotte is now the legal woman in this one. As I said, a woman who's been overlooked. The desire to get attention. The desire to show that it was a mistake for her to be cast aside while Paige run roughshod over this division. Charlotte going after the legs. They're setting that up for the figure 8. They're also trying to take away a lot of moves that Paige can use to her advantage. There's going to be something like the PTO even in its own right. There's a very difficult move to hit if you... There's a difficult move to lock in if your legs aren't going to work on you. Paige, though, counted out of that back suplex incredibly. Hard elbow to the face there. And now some simple strike coming. This is more than a simple strike, though. Paige Turner! But Paige knows it is not enough. She has not done enough work to Charlotte in this matchup to get the finish that she wants. And there is the proof in the pudding. Charlotte sends him into the turnbuckle. Irish whip. Oh my god. Charlotte now up on the second rope and down with a splash there. No way Paige could have countered that. Charlotte will go up to the top rope this time now. Gonna look for the moonsault, and at the last moment, Paige moved out of the way there. Genius by Paige. Has to be said to move out of the way of that one so late. And what goes around comes around. One of your own. Apron hung neck breaker there. Or rope hung neck breaker rather. By Paige to Charlotte. There is no tag teaming between Gail, Kim and Charlotte. They have not been by one another's side. There may be a bit of selfishness involved in this one. Maybe they want their own shot and they're paying for it. Avalanche, Rampage, DDT. Gail Kim clears house. Paige sends Gail Kim flying. Could she become... Oh. I was going to say, can she become the person? Could she get what she wanted, rather, would have been the right way of saying it. Could she have got a chance there at Rosemary? It was not to be. Gail Kim was sent on her way. Paige ticked all the boxes, but maybe took a second too long in trying to get rid of Kim and allowed Charlotte to kick out. Paige now at risk of being raked in the eyes there, counted her way out of it, and now is striking back here against Charlotte. Off the rope she goes. Drop kick. Charlotte bats it aside though. Fair play to her. She's proving she can take a beating and deliver one back. Backpack stunner there. And Charlotte now with a spear. And Paige hasn't moved after it. Charlotte is all over Paige right now. And she's going to look for the figure 8. But Paige knew it was incoming. And she counted it. Can Paige keep going here? No, it didn't seem so. She was backing away there. She was trying to catch some breathing room. And Charlotte was giving her none. And Charlotte now with another neck breaker there. Landed right on the top of her head, though, I think, did Paige. That one looked like it hurt. Once again, Paige isn't moving as Gail Kim is tagged in here. Double axe handle there to the legs. Really been trying to take that away from Paige all match, but she keeps fighting here. She keeps going. Tilt-a-whirl. Neck breaker now. Come on, Paige. You know what is on the horizon if you get the win, and Paige is certainly looking for it. The message to Rosemary could be sent. PTO applied to Gail Kim. Old foes meet once more, and an outcome all too similar for Kim could be what it ends up being. PTO applied, nowhere for her to go, no ropes to get to, nowhere to crawl. Charlotte isn't getting involved either. Come on. Get her to tap out, Paige. God, how long does Gail Kim want to be in this? How much can she endure? I don't know. This is agonizing now. But somehow Gail Kim has found her way out of that one. Paige stumbles back there. And Charlotte is tagged back in now with good reason. I think Kim is almost worn and torn after that. Finally, it took a while, but The tag team strategy has finally come into play here between these two women. Elbow drop by Charlotte. Paige, though, staggers Charlotte with an uppercut there and a lariat to bring her down. Gail Kim is looking hurt on the apron right about now. Paige not paying attention to that, though. Focusing on what's going on in the ring. And her business at hand. And her business that awaits her if she's victorious here tonight. Elbow into the side of the head there, and Paige is all full steam ahead. Tilt-a-whirl DDT. Charlotte has not got a move in edgeways now for some time. Paige now. She's looking to apply the finishing touch. Paige Turner. Is this it? With 1, 2. See you in due time, Rosemary. Because Paige overcomes the odds and she is laughing in your face at it. Paige is your winner. And now, Rosemary, it is your move. You said you would maybe give her the shot. Well, now it is your time to answer, because your little barrier to pin Paige down, your little obstacle that you hoped Paige wouldn't overcome, has been jumped over and it has been demolished by this woman. Paige is well on her way to a rematch. It is just a matter of when, where, and what. Although, make no mistake about it, a former member of Bullet Club is looking to get her hands back on some gold, and the same goes for these two men. It's the Good Brothers. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson going to speak since they returned to this universe last week. It is a miracle to see them back. It is a joy. I coined it Christmas coming early last week, and it most certainly has. And here they come towards the ring here in Madison Square Garden. You may hear it, but the Bullet Club theme is gone. It is Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. It is about the Good Brothers now. Out with the old, in with the new. But you never forget your roots. You never forget where you came from, that's for certain. And the Good Brothers haven't. We caught up backstage and it was like we haven't missed a beat. It was moving. It was emotional. That is the understatement. It was so great to see these guys back, and now we get to hear from them. And how happy I am to hear from them as well. Oh, don't just worry about the ladies, worry about myself as well, Luke Gallows. We are certainly awake and we are certainly excited, back and better. Oh, that is music to my ears. And it certainly was music when they got what they deserved last week, and it was they being the Brood. And I like that there by Carl Anderson. They just don't got it. And you see, no more towards Bullet Club, no more towards Dolph Ziggler. The Good Brothers have one thing that they have to deal with, one thing to get out of the way. You don't have to be a genius to guess what it is. Yep, the World Tag Team titles. That is exactly what they want. And the Brood, just as a friendly reminder, just don't got it. They want to look around for other worthy challengers. They want to look for a fight. Guess what, boys? Yep. They've been here. They've been holding down the fort while they were around squabbling with one another, deciding what to do. They got the drop on them at Armageddon, but that was in the past. That was long ago, because now it is their time. The odds are in their favor, because Brood, you just don't got it. The Good Brothers do, and the Good Brothers are all about having it, and they will have it back. You want to know what that it will be? The World Tag Team titles. Do not look at an if, look at when. Brood, the time is numbered, and the time may be numbered as well on Aiden English as United States Champion. Coming up next, Cody Rhodes gets the rematch that he has been awaiting for. since the Royal Rumble. He demolished Aiden English last week. And now, can he reap the rewards and take home the United States Championship for the second time? I hope so. I will certainly say that. Here comes Rhodes towards the ring. We saw last week Cody Rhodes have the upper hand in the matchup, but it was the post-match shenanigans of Aiden English and his stagehands that allowed English to stand on top. That does not mean, though, that Aiden English is in any good spirits heading into this matchup. That does not mean that Aiden English has the upper hand heading in, because he certainly doesn't. This is Cody Rhodes' chance, Cody Rhodes' night, and I believe by the end of this matchup, it will be Cody Rhodes' United States Championship. Aiden English played his cards right and got very lucky at the Royal Rumble. But tonight is not the Royal Rumble. There are no cards to play here tonight. You are at a table that has long since been rigged against you. However, you rigged it against yourself. You played the cards against you. And now you pay for it. Aiden English prepares for his first and only defense as United States Champion. And just as some added protection, see them in the background there, the stagehands are with Aiden English once again. Though, of course, we're not supposed to pay attention to them, and neither does Aiden English. So Aiden English heads towards the ring here, ready to defend that championship here tonight. We are in the big fight stage here. That's what Madison Square Garden is all about, putting on those big time matches, and we've got one right here tonight. Nothing excites people more than a title change. Well, it's a title change that I believe we are absolutely guaranteed right here, right now. Aiden English can point to his US title all he wants. This will be the last entrance he makes with that title still around his waist. So he better hold it close to him while he still can. You see Rhodes on the outside there. He's amped up. He's raring to go. He can barely contain how much he wants to get his hands on Aiden English once more. And can you blame him? English has been a thorn in his side now since the Royal Rumble. It's time business gets settled. Both men standing across from each other, but you know when that bell rings, Rhodes is going right for him. It just all depends on what Aiden English looks to do in receipt. And make no mistake about it either, the Madison Square Garden crowd is without a doubt on the side of Cody Rhodes here. That is still an image that just doesn't look right. Not just Aiden English with the US title, Aiden English with a title. In general, that looks wrong. He's clutching that belt as close to him as he can, and look, he's almost goading Cody Rhodes in now. Soaking in that reaction. Soaking in the anger from Cody Rhodes, but you know that the clock slowly ticks down here. Cody Rhodes knows what he's fighting for, and in my eyes knows what he is about to reclaim. The US title is on the line here in MSG, and we are about to witness a title change. Bell rings, and we are underway here. English runs right at Rhodes, and he pays for it immediately. Cody Rhodes lifts him up on the electric chair position. Down. One-winged angel again. Cody Rhodes knows he can play this matchup any way he wants it to, because the outcome is inevitable in his eyes. Aiden, though, with a counter. And Aiden is running out of it pretty damn quickly. Getting out of that ring and making a run for it. Oh, he's running behind the stagehands, no less. He's making them get in the way. He's over by the ringside now, trying to berate people there. Those two people at ringside. The stagehands trying to get in the way there of Cody. Oh, come on. Of course he would. Aiden English doesn't want to wrestle Cody Rhodes. And am I surprised? No. Aiden English retreats away like a coward, using the champion's advantage there to full effect. The chair repeatedly into Cody Rhodes. The referee calls for the bell. Aiden English knows exactly what he just did, and he takes a bow after it. What a coward. What a cheap What a cheap way out. There is no way that this man deserves to be called champion. He hid behind his stage hands and he got his chair and he took it to Cody Rhodes. That is not the actions of a champion, but the actions of a coward. Rhodes' time will come. Aiden English is on borrowed time and then some. God, it feels as if we are on about more than one man, though, more than one champion who could be on borrowed time. As angered as he could have been for 2 weeks ago, he is stepping into the ring with a man who just simply doesn't care. And here he is for the main event. Marty Scurll against Jinder Mahal. Scurll knows what he's getting himself into, and he's excited at the thought about it. 2 weeks ago on Raw, the street fight between Adam Cole and Jinder Mahal, they brawled throughout the arena, they brawled into the crowd, and when it looked like Adam Cole was ready to win, Marty Scurll cut the power. We don't know how, and he won't answer. Scurll cut the power and took out both men, laid them both out in the ring, and coined the next week the phrase that he heard when the match was signed. It was not who won the match, but who stood tall at the end of it. And when Scurll won the match, he stood tall. Sorry, Scurll didn't win the match. When the match ended, Scurll stood tall. The winner got to pick the stipulation for the next World Heavyweight Championship matchup. Well, now that belongs to Marty Scurll. And last week he said it after defeating Curtis Axel. Make no mistake about it, Mahal and Cole, you will not be alone. Scurll has got himself invested into this now triangle for the World Heavyweight Championship around the waist of that man there, the modern day Maharaja, the man with the most lucrative contract on Monday Night Raw, and the man, much like Aiden English, used the cards to his advantage to become World Heavyweight Champion. Cashed in on a weakened Adam Cole, but since winning that belt has only won one match. Every other match he's been in, he has lost. And even in multi-man matches, he has been the one pinned. But what he still has around his waist, in exactly the same thing that Aiden English pulled earlier tonight, is the champion's advantage. Because at the Royal Rumble, he did the very same thing that Aiden English did here tonight. He ran away, grabbed a chair, and took it to Adam Cole. And now he is paid for it, because there is a third party involved who wants his title. But remember, this is not about the belt here tonight. This is not about that. Winner gets to go second against Adam Cole here tonight. Winner gets their hands on Adam Cole in that gauntlet matchup, a weakened Adam Cole. Jinder Mahal already knows what it's like. Both men know what it's like to get their hands on a weakened Adam Cole. Well, now one of them gets the right to face him next week, whereas one of them has to go up against a fresh Adam Cole, who by no means, as he proved earlier tonight, is in a good mood. He knows what's at stake, and he knows just how personal this has gotten between all three. Scurll, of course, is the differing factor. While Adam Cole fights for Raw, fights for the crowd, and is earning the respect and the adoration of the fans everywhere he goes, despite being the leader of Bullet Club a few months ago. The most hated group I think we've ever seen. The tides have turned around for Adam Cole. Jinder Mahal is a man who fights for, in his eyes, the business that is Monday Night Raw, the people of India, of course, as well, and himself. Marty Scurll fights for one man, Marty Scurll. He believes there is no one, he has to overlook. There is no one who he's helping out but himself. Scurll doesn't care how he wins matches. Scurll doesn't care how he hurts people in matches. All Scurll cares about is winning matches. Scurll does not care about anything else. And that is why he's involved in this. He said last week, he's sick and tired of seeing Adam Cole and Jinder Mahal in a spot they don't deserve. He's going to do something about it, and he doesn't care how he does it. He's just going to do it. Marty Scurll now in control of Jinder Mahal in the early phases of this matchup here, but Mahal able to counter out. They're looking for an armed drag of something, but great speed there by Scurll to get himself out of it. And Scurll now using that speed and his power to his advantage there. Brings him over into the cover, looking for victory over Mahal, who kicks out at 1. Adam Cole is going to be having incredibly close eyes on this matchup. Gotta imagine the blood is boiling between these two men, but much so more within Mahal than Scurll. Scurll is just playing his game. He's getting what he wants at the end. He's still got the match choice ready and waiting for him. Jinder Mahal doesn't. Adam Cole doesn't. Scurll does. And he knows that when he wants to reveal it, it's just a matter of time before Scurll reveals it, and we know that we're heading for a triple threat match. It's that simple. Backbreaker there, or maybe even been a neck breaker of sorts there. Look at these punches now by Scurll, and a super kick in the gut will floor him. Marty Scurll is in prime confidence here over the World Heavyweight Champion, and he knows it, and he's showing it as well. And again to the neck. This is all setting up for the crossface chicken wing, or maybe that move that Scurll used to lay out Cole and Jinder 2 weeks ago. Scurll now, moonsault of all things, into the cover now on Mahal. You can tell people want him to beat Mahal, but they don't want Scurll to win. Oh, whoa! The villain taking out the referee there. I said that Marty Scurll didn't care how he wins, and I said that Scurll just wants to win by any ways, and he's trying that right now, but Jinder is surprisingly bringing a stop to it. Used the chair against Scurll, though. And now Scurll is going to capitalize to the best of his abilities. We're going outside. Marty Scurll, though, didn't look to try and get himself DQ'd. He looked to capitalize on an advantage. Look at the strength there as he holds Jinder up, though. I gotta commend him. This careless attitude by Scurll. Hardly wearing his heart on his sleeve. He just goes out there and does business the way he wants it to. And I commend that about Scurll. He's not trying to win anyone over. He's trying to do business and do business for himself. And to be fair, out of the 3 people involved in this whole thing, Scurll kind of gets my likes by default as well. I have problems with Adam Cole. I've never liked Jinder Mahal. Marty Scurll, however, has never done me wrong. Scurll now. Scurll has him up and down there with a double knees dug into the back of the world champion. He wanted that chair and the referee took it away from him at the last moment. Scurll doesn't seem best pleased about it. Elbow drop and Jinder goes back down there. Now what does Marty Scurll do here? He goes back out of the ring. He's looking for something, but oh, he's getting that chair again. This time right in front of the referee. Oh, spinning heel kick. The referee didn't call for the bell, though. Scurll had Jinder hold the chair and kicked it into him. He's not breaking any rules effectively, and Scurll knew it. Scurll used the rule book to his advantage, and he's capitalized. Crossface chicken wing on the champ. Crossface chicken wing now to Jinder Mahal. Will he tap out here? Come on, Scurll. Make him tap. Jinder's tapping. Jinder's tapping. Marty Scurll wins one, pulling the wool over Jinder Mahal and using the rules to his advantage. Scurll manipulates it, and now next week in that gauntlet we'll face Adam Cole second, which means that Adam Cole, as fired up, as pissed off as he is, gets his hands on Jinder Mahal first. And you know, no love is lost. There never was love, not even like, not even respect. Hatred is the name of the game, and Adam Cole will display that to Jinder Mahal next week first. And that is because of that man there, Marty Scurll. He's brought himself into this game, and he is manipulating his way to the top. And I've got to say, I am not opposed to it. I am certainly on Team Scurll in this one. But it is official. Next week, Adam Cole's gauntlet matchup is going to be a tough one against Jinder Mahal first, the World Heavyweight Champion. You know he is going to leave it all on the line in that one. If Cole can survive, win or lose, I don't know how actually the Raw General Manager is going to set this one up. He then faces the villain, the man who screwed him out of a chance with a one-on-one match against Jinder Mahal. Adam Cole has personal vendettas against everyone. Cole and Mahal, Cole and Scurll. You know it's going to be a big card next week. You don't want to miss it. That'll end it here for this episode of Universe. The villain is reigning supreme.